Well, as the weather warms up, maybe you want to head outside and dive into a good book.
Yeah, something for the beach. Yes, it's a psychological thriller, and it's up your alley. It could be. We've got the book for you. Joining us now to talk about her novel, Her 3 Lives, is USA Today bestselling author Cate Holahan. Thank you so much for joining us, Cate. We appreciate it.
Oh, thank you guys for having me.
So I'm already getting gripped a little bit here.
Tara's over here. She's delving into the book.
So she's got a public life, a private life, and her secret life. What inspired you to write Her 3 Lives?
I think some of my own unease about technology and how difficult it is to have these different spheres of our lives because we put things out there on social media. So our public life and our private life is blurring. And then you can have all of these Nest cams and smart devices in your home that kind of make it easy and convenient to do many things, but also to keep tabs on everyone inside. And so I wanted to kind of play with how technology is bleeding into all these aspects and how that creates tension.
So you have this woman, she has literally 3 lives, her public life, her private life, and then her secret life. Was it hard to write a book like this, channeling all 3 of the different personalities?
No, because the way the book is, it's told partially from her husband's perspective and partially from hers. The story is about this couple, Greg and Jade. Jade is a 32-year-old designer, and she has a social media influencer. She has a design blog. And her fiance is a successful architect. And as they're starting this new life together, they're the victims of a home invasion, and Greg is struck on the head with a crowbar and ends up with a traumatic brain injury. So he outfits his whole home with all of these cameras in hopes that he can keep himself and his family safe. And as he's glued to these live feeds, he starts to inadvertently spy on his fiance, and then more deliberately spy on his fiance, starts to wonder whether she had anything to do with this break-in that nearly cost him his life. And then every other chapter is from her perspective. So it was a lot of fun to write. And the main character, Greg, has some adult children from his first marriage that have their own opinions about his new fiance and possible culpability.
And a little connection to our local viewers, because Greg grew up in Connecticut. He's from suburban Connecticut. Is there an actual town, or is it just suburban Connecticut you were imagining?
I mean, I think I put, he had raised his first family in Greenwich. Okay. And then they move a little bit south to Rye, New York. So it's kind of right on the border there. And that's the Connecticut connection. But I grew up in this area, and so I like to set a lot of my books kind of in this, suburban New York metro area.
Cate, are the characters based on people? I always love this. I'm like, do writers base characters on the people they know?
No, I'm just, I think it's possible not to have people that kind of slip into different. Slip into your subconscious and then they come out. But I think a lot of times they're melding of a variety of people and also characters that we've been exposed to through, television and other books, and kind of mash it all together and they become new people.
Now, it's, as all good psychological thrillers, it's a page turner, right? We're going to keep wondering what's going to be happening next. Yes,
that is the goal. And I certainly spend a lot of time plotting. So I hope that I can stay one step ahead of the reader, and I certainly try to, and I think it'll keep you guessing.
That is awesome. How do you write, Cate? Do you write in the morning? Do you write at night? Do you set a certain time aside, or just when the moment strikes you?
Well, I was a journalist for 10 years before becoming a thriller writer. So I wake up every day and I write. I have a certain amount of words that in my mind, I have to file by that day. I still have that journalistic instinct, and so that's what I do.
Really cool. Well, it's a pleasure to have you on our show.
Yeah, thank you so much. And the book is, again, Her 3 Lives. You can get it everywhere and be thrilled. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
It's cool, right?
Yeah, you can also follow Cate on her website. It's cateholahan.com. I like any kind of a page turner book, except then you can't go to sleep because I end up just keep reading.
I have 3 lives.
You have many more than 3.
Lazy, lazier, sleepy. I just kind of hang around the house.
That sounds like the dwarves.
Not when I'm at work. At work, I work very hard, but when I go home, I just kind of sleep.